Everybody wants to know the truth about why I moved out. Is this thing on? I feel so close to the camera. Okay, hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm filming in my bathroom because I'm going to just do a get ready with me. I'm getting ready for church and I'm taking my braids down, but I don't have any mirrors in my house yet besides the one in my bathrooms. So this is where we are, you know? Gonna go ahead and do a little braid takedown. So on my Instagram, I asked you guys to ask me a few questions. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should go ahead and do that because we're having fun over there, okay? Yes, we are. But you guys asked me some pretty good questions and I know a lot of you guys are wondering the same thing. Apparently, a lot of you guys asked me the same question. So we're just gonna get started. So, all right, so the first question, we're gonna start kind of light. Someone said, how do I balance my relationship and my faith? So if you guys don't know, I am a Christian. I talk about it a lot. For one, I ain't in no relationship. Your girl single as a Pringle, you know what I'm saying? But I would think the easiest way to balance your relationship, I'm assuming you mean like a romantic relationship and faith. First of all, by being with someone who believes in the same faith and religion and belief system that you do, that you guys worship the same God or whatever, like being unequally yoked. We're not doing that in 2019 and here on, okay? So if you guys both are of the same faith, it's a lot easier to balance that because that person will understand like, oh hey, sorry, I'm having my devotions this morning, I'll text you later, or like, look, gotta go to church Sunday night, can't go out to the movies or whatever. Like that person should be a lot more understanding. And also you guys can go to church together, have devotions together and things like that. But also in relationships, it's really important to do things by yourself still. You know, like it can't be you and your man's relationship with God. It still has to be your own personal relationship with God. Wow, I messed up this braid already. That was a mouthful. Okay. I can already see how this braid out is going. Not going well. All right, somebody asked, do I think I'll ever big chop again? I don't think so. I'm sorry, I can't do it. A big chop, no. A mini chop, probably. But a big chop, I can't go back to this. I can't. No, I can't do it. You know, it's all fun and games when you're first starting out and you're first big chopping and you're chopping off your relaxed ends and it's like, oh, we're free from whatever. But now I don't live this long hair life. It's too long. I can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm telling you, once you taste this good life, it's hard to go back, you know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. How do you know if the guy that likes you was sent by God? He's sweet, good, and a stable man. Don't you hate it? We hate to see it. You gotta pray about it. That's it, period. Like, you're not gonna know unless you pray about it. You can't always go with, oh, it just feels right, because the gut feeling for me is like, oh, the Holy Spirit gives me like a peace about it. But that's after I prayed about it. So if you're like, oh, it just feels right, but you haven't prayed about it, like you don't know who's giving you those feelings. Is it just you? Or was he sent by someone else? Like, you just don't know. Your feelings aren't always the best, you know? Because there are some things in this life that feel good, but you know, you ain't supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That leads me to another question. Somebody said, how do I feel about premarital sex? Y'all know your girl. I've talked about this a few times, and this is just based off of my faith. It's not right, and I ain't gonna sit up here and act like, you know, I'm the Virgin Mary, you know what I'm saying? But it's not right, and every time I've ever done it, I have felt horrible and guilty afterwards, and it's just like, it's not right. But you have to have that conviction as a Christian. Like, if you're a Christian and you're like, oh, premarital sex doesn't convict me, then you gotta talk to God about that there, sis, because you know, come on, come through, braid out. We getting somewhere. Woo. Okay, here's a good one. Somebody asked if I graduated already. I am literally supposed to graduate. Let me speak good things. I'm graduating in 18 days. School is over in 7 days. I'm not gonna lie, I really need y'all to pray for your girl because there's just this one class that's giving me a really hard time. It's the only thing that's standing in my way from being great. Like, my grade is right on the border of pass or fail. So yeah, but God willing, I am graduating very soon, in like 2 weeks. Y'all just keep me in prayer right there. Someone asked me if I'm doing Vlogmas. I moved a week ago and I have literally like 10 vlogs in my camera right now. I really was planning on doing a form of Vlogmas. Like, for those of you who don't know, Vlogmas is when you record a vlog every single day from December 1st to the 25th. I can't do that. I just can't. Definitely not, especially not with this first week of December, since I plan on studying for the whole first week. I'm not gonna be able to be vlogging and editing, because in order to have a successful Vlogmas, you have to literally be doing things like going to Christmas things and like shopping and like making gingerbread houses, because like for Vlogmas, you're not living your normal life. Like, people want to see you doing Christmas type things, not like, oh, a day in my life at home cleaning. Like, no, you gotta be actually doing Christmas type things that gives people the vibes. I don't really have time for that this week, so Vlogmas may start a little late, and it probably won't be a video every day, maybe like 3 or 4 out of the week, but I'm gonna try to give y'all a little something. Oh, my brother just texted me. Every time my brother texts me, I get so nervous because he never texts me. Oh. Look at what my brother just texted me. He sent me a picture of the Millennium Tour. He's like, we sliding? Sir, yes we are. Okay, anyways. Somebody asked, do I think that my YouTube life affects my relationship with God? No, I don't think so at all. If anything, it helps me, because first of all, I know I talk about God on here a lot, so I have to hold myself accountable for a lot of things that I do and say on here. Like, I can't be clapping back at people the way I would really want to inside, you know. But sometimes, like, I don't know, I've grown so much since I first started. Like, the clapbacks aren't even necessary these days, and for the most part, God bless y'all be clapping back for me these days. Y'all are like, oh, I know y'all not talking to our good sis like that, and I'm like, yes, speak up for your girl. Whew. So I be needing God with this YouTube stuff sometimes, for real. I'm like, hey God, you still there? Because I need you right now, you know? Somebody said, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? I don't get embarrassed very easily because of the fact that I like joke around so much. Like, I just know how to turn something embarrassing into, like, I just be laughing at myself and I'm like, all right, let's carry on. But this is the only thing I can think of right now. There was this one time where I was at a church concert and I was singing on the praise team and I was on my period. I remember I had my pads in my back pocket, and man, when I was coming down the stairs, I think I had 2 pads in my back pocket. I was wearing jeans. When I was coming down the stairs, them joints fell out of my pocket right in the front row of the church, and I was just like, at least you guys know I'm not pregnant, you know? Let me just collect my stuff and I'll be on my way, you know? That was it right there. But other than that, I really don't get embarrassed. We just turn it into a joke and we just laugh. Like, it's funny. That's it. Oh, also, a lot of people want to know what I'm studying in school. I'm studying organizational management, and that goes along with other people asking, like, oh, what are your career plans? What would you do if you're not just doing YouTube? What do you plan on doing in the future? How long do you plan on doing YouTube for? Okay, so, how long do I plan on doing YouTube for? And someone asked me, like, do I think there's a cutoff age? Right now, like, YouTube honestly is my biggest blessing. I just thank God so much, because I had no idea what I was really gonna do. Someone also asked me if I wasn't doing YouTube, what I would be doing. I would probably still be at my old job where I was I wasn't working for kids with autism or kids on the autism spectrum. I was working more so with their parents, trying to find them, I forgot the name. Child, that was almost 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly what I was doing. I was just gonna stay there and work my way up in the company. That's all I really was gonna end up doing. My dream job, I always wanted to be a singer. Do y'all know I tried out for The Voice, I tried out for American Idol, I tried out for the X Factor, and here I am. Okay, your girl is still here. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have heard me sing a time or two. Maybe I'll drop one in here for your girl. But, oh, do I think there's a cutoff age for YouTube? I don't know. I I'm not sure. For me, I'm really just gonna have to ride this wave until the wheels fall off. And of course, I think the wheels are going to fall off eventually. I don't know, I just feel like ain't nothing lasts forever out here. And you know, nothing in life is guaranteed. Like all YouTubers should have a backup plan for sure. Right now, I'm thinking of a backup plan, like a master plan for sure. We're gonna see, but right now, it's just the biggest blessing. Like, I'm so grateful to God every day that he chose me to gain success through this, because I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Do y'all see this? This breakout is giving me life. If y'all want to go back and watch the video of when I first quit my job, I'll see if I can leave the link below. I made a video of when I quit my job and like how I knew it felt right and how I was gonna pursue YouTube. At that time, I quit my job with 79,000 subscribers, and I was just like, yo, if we gonna do this, we gotta do this for real. And now I'm at 330,000, so thank you guys so much. Why am I running out of breath? What I hate the most, or like my least favorite thing about YouTube, is definitely just people jumping to conclusions or people trying to tell me how I should live my life. I'm all about suggestions, but you know, there's been times where people would come after me about like my Christianity and tell me like, oh, I don't know, things like that, because I just hate when people judge me based off of like a 15-minute video when there are 24 hours in the day and I show you like 15 minutes of my entire week. I just hate that so much. Just people feel really entitled. Like when they're behind the computer screen, like they feel real entitled. Sometimes they say things to me that I know they would never in their life say to me if they saw me in person. Not because they're afraid of me or like because I have these hands, even though, hey, I might have these hands. I have gotten into a fight before, I'm just saying. But not because it's like, oh, I'm scared to say it to her, but because you just know as a human being, you don't walk up to people and say certain things. But on the internet, people feel like they can say whatever they want, which I feel like it's crazy to me. Like, who raised some of these people? You would never say that to somebody in person, or you would never walk up to say certain things to people, but on the interwebs, people y'all just say, go ahead. Do y'all thing. Somebody wants to know, am I dating right now? No, I'm not dating anyone. I'm not, you know, I may be hanging out, but I'm not gonna claim that I'm dating anyone. I'm not letting anyone claim me right now until somebody says, whoever lucky number one is, verbally says, will you be my girlfriend or whatever. Cause I'm not with the foolishness like, oh yeah, you know, we not together, but he's my man, like, I be like, sometimes I be playing around, but like, no, that's not it. Because sis, when y'all do things like that, that's how you end up getting hurt. You end up going through somebody's phone and you see that you're not the only one. No. So dating, it's a strong word. No, I'm not dating right now. I'm not. Come through, braid out, come through. Love that for me. Love that for me. This looks so good. Okay, so before I get to the question that all of you guys are asking me, there's one more question that I really want to answer. Someone said, how do you get over someone that you used to be in a situationship with? Now, there's layers to this, because if you're in a situationship and you guys have been intimate, you know, y'all been bumping and grinding, y'all did the nasty, whatever, liquids have been exchanged, that type of stuff, it is so much harder to break that soul tie, my good sis, but you have to start taking baby steps. This has happened to me before, and what I've had to do, like, you gotta use that block button, sis. You just have to. I know it sucks, but you have to. And there's a lot of stuff that you're just gonna have to delete. Like, if y'all had a song together, delete that song real quick. You could probably, you know, re-download it later if you feel the need, but delete the song, delete the pictures that you guys have together. Stop looking on this man's Instagram page. Stop looking on the girl that he's talking to now's Instagram page. If y'all run in the same circles, sorry, but y'all can't go to every event anymore. Like, you gotta spend some time at home now, okay? Being around that person is not gonna help you. I know that as women, we like, oh, I know he's going so-and-so tonight with her friends, so let me make sure I look good and show up so that he can see me and remember. Like, no, because you're doing all that and my good friend, he's not worried about you, you know? That's why y'all not talking no more. At this point, you have to really get your self-care on, sis. Like, buy yourself a new outfit, not for him, for you. Maybe get your hair done, get your nails done, and remind yourself that you are that queen, okay? We are not out here crying over these men who don't appreciate us because there's somebody else who will. But you're probably too busy worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry to see that Javante is, or whoever is waiting for you to first love yourself again, to be a queen, because queens love themselves, period, okay? And you're not loving yourself by crying over some man who did not see your worth. So you gotta switch it up, okay? Switch things up. Girl, pick up your Bible, read that thing, and realize that you are a queen, you're a child of God, you are chosen, you're set apart, you're beautiful, wonderfully and fearfully made. We're not doing situationships. We're just not doing that anymore. I'm sorry. Look, these men out here, the real men, when they want you, they are going to make it plain, make it clear. They will not be a situationship and make that man work for you. So now to the question that everybody and their mom has been asking me. Gosh, Lee, can't a girl move out on her own just to feel the freedom? Everybody wants to know the truth about why I moved out. Cause my mother was beating me, my father is a drunk, and blah, blah. Like, no, I don't know what you guys are looking for, but people are like, what's the real reason you moved? Why'd you move so far away? Why? And for some people, they're really just asking like, why? Like, I don't get it. But first of all, I've been talking about moving in a lot of my videos for a while now. So before, I lived in Port St. Lucie. Look it up. And you might not even find it because Port St. Lucie is literally no man's land. I lived in Port St. Lucie with my family. Port St. Lucie is just really not poppin' at all. We moved from a really populated area to an area with cows and trees, you know? Like, when we first moved, there was nothing there. It's built up a little bit now, but it's just really not where it's at. But I always, ever since the day we moved, I always told myself, when I'm able to, I'm moving back with my friends and family down here. And don't get me wrong, absolutely love my family. Obviously, you guys see that. Like, we have such a great bond. We're so close. And I know it seems like, why would you want to leave all that behind? But at the same time, my family that I'm so close to, like, they all have their own families up there. Like, my brothers, they have their wife and kids. Obviously, my mom and dad have each other and whatever. Like, they have their family, but up there, there's really nothing for me of my own. Like, I don't have no husband and kid up there. My job wasn't up there. Like, the only thing that was really keeping me there was I wanted to just finish school really quick. And as I always said, as soon as I finish school, I'm out. And I did move like 3 weeks earlier than I planned, but I got a really good deal on this apartment, so I had to just take it while I could. Yeah, there was no problems with my family or anything like that. I really just moved because since the day that we moved up there 10 years ago, I always said, like, this place is not for me, bro. Like, get me out of here. But yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks. I wish that my family would move back down here too, so that we could be 5 minutes away from each other like we were before. But like, I'm still gonna see them all the time. But like, I hope you guys can kind of understand. And also, a lot of you guys didn't realize, but I'm 27 years old. A lot of people were like, why is she moving out? Like, I am a whole adult. Moving out at 27, nobody should be asking you, why are you moving out of your parents' house? I'm 27. I know I don't look like I am, but I am really. Hello, is this thing on? Hello? I am a whole grown woman. It was time to go. A lot of people were like, oh, I'm not moving out until I get married. Good for you, my good sis. You can wait for your husband to come before you start living on your own or moving out into financial independence, all that stuff. Yeah, not me, okay? Thankfully, I was blessed with this job that would provide me with the funds to be able to move out on my own. I do understand how people would say I'm not moving out till I'm married, because if I was still doing like my regular 9 to 5, I would not move out on my own either. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm able to live on my own. Someone asked, do I live on my own? Yes, I do not have a roommate. I just live on my own. I am loving the peace and quiet. Like, obviously, I love my niece and nephew to death, but goodness gracious, you guys see how they interrupt every single video. Like, it was just so loud in my house. My brother, his wife, his child, my mom, dad, and me, we all lived in one house, and we are also, my other niece is with us like 12 hours out of the day. It's a madhouse over there, and it does not work well for somebody who works at home and records videos. Like, there's never peace and quiet in my house, which I love. Look, I love my family so much, and I love being around them, but there's just nothing like living on your own and the peace. Y'all know how many times I walk around butt booty naked in this house? I love it. I love it so much. And also, again, I wish I didn't have to move an hour and a half away, but this location is just where I wanted to move. I know also people were wondering why I didn't end up moving to Atlanta. Also, because of my family still, like, yeah, I wanted to get out of that house, but I didn't want to completely move away and never be able to see them. Like, since I moved, it's been a week and a few days, and I've seen my family like 3 times since then. More than enough times. We are a-okay. So yeah, like I still didn't want to move too far away. Both of my sister-in-laws are pregnant again, so there will be another little Liam and another Pia coming. So actually my sister-in-law is having her baby in like 2 days, and I just didn't want them, my niece and my nephew, to grow up and not know who I was because I wasn't here when they were younger. So with where I live, I'm close enough to go see my family every other day if I want to, but I'm far enough where they are not coming over every day either. I know some of you guys probably want to know where I live, but look, I live alone and I'm not out here trying to give out my location, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ask, how do I feel living on my own? Am I scared? Surprisingly, I'm not. I have not been scared. Like, you guys will see my vlogs. I'm vlogging a lot. I'm not scared at all. I'm actually loving it. I saved up for 2 years to move out, so it's not like, oh, I'm balling, I could just use one YouTube paycheck and move out. Like, I saved up for 2 years because I planned on moving out last year, but I ended up staying home for an extra year. So now I can answer the house questions. People are asking, how's my mom taking it? If you saw my vlog, my mom, she's doing better now. We do talk pretty much every day on the phone, but she was not very ecstatic about me moving, just because she's like my best friend and she was like, I'm gonna miss you so much. And yes, I had 2 older brothers. I'm the last baby, like I'm the last child, and I'm the only girl. So it's kind of like, even though my brother moved back home and he lives home now, it's still kind of like your last child has like left the nest, and it took her, you know, she was struggling a little bit, but she's doing well. So I hope I answered the question, why did I decide to move out? I just also really wanted that independence. I love being by myself also, and it was time. It was time. But I also think if my family lived where I'm living now, I don't think I would have moved out. I probably would have stayed another year. But eventually, like I said, if I wasn't getting married anytime soon, which who knows, I probably won't, I was gonna move out eventually. Probably by age 28, which I'll be in a couple of weeks. I would have probably moved out sometime in 2020, just because it's like, this is the best decision I have ever made thus far. Oh wait, this is a good question. Someone said, would you be hesitant to marry a pastor? Absolutely not. I always thought I was going to marry a pastor. Like, I don't know, I've always thought I was. Would I not be a bomb first lady though? I would have to clean up my ratchetry just a little bit, but I would totally marry a pastor. Like, my dad's a pastor. I would not hesitate to marry a pastor. But the church just better know that we ain't regular pastors and first ladies. We turn up, okay? Our church is called Turn Up for Jesus Christ Ministries, okay? We turn up. So look, yes. No, I would not hesitate. I would do it in a heartbeat, and our church would be lit. Okay? Okay. Last question, because I gotta go to church. But someone asked me, how am I doing spiritually and mentally? And also somebody asked me, have I ever gone to counseling or therapy? So right now, how I'm doing spiritually and mentally, absolutely amazing. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. I hate myself. But 2019, like the first half of 2019 and the last half of 2018, so for about a year, I was not doing well. I was really angry. I was really upset a lot. Obviously, you guys couldn't really see it that well because when I turn on the camera, I'm like, what it do? And like, that's really who I am. But when I turn off the camera, I would cry a lot. I wouldn't say I was depressed, but your girl was angry as hell, and I did a lot of bad things and said a lot of mean things about people. But right now, my good sis, life is sweet. I'm doing well, and obviously there's still things in my life that I wish I could change, or things that I'm growing with, and things that I'm working on dealing with. But spiritually, mentally, I'm doing so much better. So much better. And have I ever been to counseling or therapy? Yes, I have. I do believe in therapy. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, Christians don't need therapy when we have Jesus. Like, okay, I have Jesus, but I still need to brush my teeth in the morning because if I don't, my breath is gonna stink. Like, hello, like, yeah, that's it really. I'm doing well. Thank you guys for asking. So I really hope this cleared up a lot of your questions. But just to like touch on it again, love my family. We don't have any problems. I still see them all the time. Like, this is our home too. Where I'm living now is still our home. So I just moved from home back home. There's no problems. We're still doing great. You're still gonna see them in my vlogs. They're still around all the time. Love them. Love you guys. Love that for me. I will see you guys in my next video. Love y'all so much. And I just love y'all so much. Okay, bye. Love that for me.